Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, officers, cadets, and members of the Supernatural Defence Force. Tonight's briefing concerns a field operation. It was conducted by no one other than myself, Wing Commander Montgomery Fortescue III. Me, the man who has an uncanny habit of walking into myth and walking out with simple tea-stained field notes and often a new friend from folklore. Excuse me. The case in question, the Aatxe incident, also known somewhat poetically by the locals as the Red Bull and the Wing Commander. Now, if that title sounds like a little something out of fireside folk tales, then that's precisely because it kind of is. The year, 1987. The location, the Basque Mountains of northern Spain. The adversary, a creature out of ancient Basque legend, the Aatxe, a fiery red bull said to serve the goddess Marig, guardian and judge of the mountain storms. The witness, who provided the full account, was Amaya Ordonez, a local woman whose gratitude and apparent new friendship with said entity are recorded in my debriefing of the lovely woman. Now then, before we begin, you must understand the nature of this beast. The Aatxe, pronounced Aatxe, is no simple phantom bull or rustic sort of ghost story. It's a supernatural sentinel, a shapeshifter bound to the Basque goddess Mary, an elemental spirit that judges the moral balance of humankind. When the righteous are in danger, it appears as a protection. When corruption festers, it appears as wrath. Imagine, if you will, the strength of a bull forged from living fire, its hooves sparking lightning on stone, its eyes like molten iron. And imagine this creature deciding to visit your village during the annual harvest festival. That was the situation facing the inhabitants of a small Basque village beneath Mountain Boto. Reports indicate that during the holiday celebrations, the villagers began to see strange lights on the mountain passes, red, flickering, almost like campfires moving against the wind. By the third night, livestock were vanishing, storms brewed without warning, and the air, as one villager put it, smelled of iron and rain and resin. Local folklore interprets such omens as the Aatxe rising to punish human wrongdoing. The villagers, understandably, were bloody terrified, so naturally I was bloody sent for. I arrived with my usual kit, 2 notebooks, an umbrella, and a diplomatic letter from the Spanish Ministry of Culture authorizing myself to investigate paranormal disturbances of folkloric origin. So there you are. I found a community divided between reverence and fear, and a festival that turned from celebration into a bloody siege. And then, as the sun fell behind the peaks, the Aatxe came. Amaya Ordonez describes it vividly. The cobblestones glowed beneath its hooves, its bellow echoing through the valley, sparks scattering like fireworks. The crowd, well, it panicked. Well, it would, wouldn't it? It was Spanish. I, of course, with the British pluck, did not. I removed my coat and handed it to an elder and stepped forward as if meeting an old friend. According to multiple eyewitnesses, including our Basque Ministry liaison, I didn't fight the creature. What I did was, well, I invited it to dance. Yes, you heard that correctly. I performed what I later termed a movement ritual of resonance alignment. The locals, less academically, and, well, they call it the Mad Englishman's Jig, which is probably more appropriate. I began to trace slow, deliberate steps, drawing, as I put it, circles of calm within the storm. The musicians, recognizing some strange pattern or courage, began to play, and in that moment the Red Bull paused. It watched, and then it moved, step for step. The Aatxe mirrored me, the rhythm shifting from confrontation to simple communion. By the time the music ceased, the creature stood still, the fire in its hide dimmed to a warm ember. I then placed a gentle hand upon its head and said, and I'll even quote, "Even justice must be guided, lest it consume what it means to protect." I then presented the creature's reins I'd just put on it, a symbolic token fashioned apparently from light and leather, to Amaya Ordonez herself. Since that night, according to local sources, the Aatxe has remained in her company, patrolling the valleys, keeping peace amongst the Basque hills. Now, from a paranormal defense standpoint, this case provides 3 critical lessons. Lesson 1. Not all entities classified as hostile are enemies. The Aatxe was not attacking indiscriminately, it was enforcing balance, understanding motive, not muscle resolved the crisis. Lesson 2. Cultural context is half the battle. I succeeded because I respected Basque customs, used local music and mirrored a dance sacred to their folklore. I think, had an armed response unit been deployed, the outcome would likely have been catastrophic. Lesson 3. Myth. Well, myth is a living thing. Creatures like the Aatxe are not static relics. They adapt, evolve, and respond to human behaviour. As Amir herself wrote, it roams by day, rests by night, and has brought peace where fear once dwelled. In short, harmony was restored, not through domination, but through understanding. I corresponded afterwards with the professor. When he asked why I chose to dance as my method, I replied, because words are human, but rhythm is universal. Even gods remember a good tune. I can only assume that somewhere in the Basque Mountains there is a fiery red bull that still hums that melody on stormy nights. So to summarise for your records, entity, Aatxe, red bull of Basque mythology, classification, level 2 guardian type paranormal entity, behavioural traits, dual nature, protector and avenger, serves divine equilibrium, neutralization protocol, non-violent engagement, rhythmic resonance or spiritual appeasement through traditional Basque ritual. Containment recommendation? Well, none really. Entity is cooperative under a guardian bond. The final note? The case demonstrates the necessity for cross-cultural paranormal diplomacy. Not every flame is meant to be extinguished. Some must simply be taught where to burn. That concludes tonight's briefing. Next week we'll be discussing the disappearance of the Jersey Devil and the curious matter of the angel feather discovered in a Walthamstow supermarket. Until then, keep your eyes sharp, your minds open, and your heart steady. This is Wing Commander Fortescue signing off. God save the realm and whatever's left of reason. Thank you.